All about extra stuff, Michelle, now, adding the date to the title of the meeting, show you when we start finding. It's hard to find the meetings online because now they all have the same name. So we're starting to date them on the recording, so at least the recording title start the date. Hopefully that helps. Hey, we are live streaming and recording
You all set?
already. Yes, sir,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to call to order the Isabel County Board of Commissioners, Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee. We'll start out with the approval of the agenda. Is there any additions or subtractions that need to be? Seeing none, we'll accept the agenda as presented. Okay, moving on, a call to the public. There's nobody in the room that would, with their hand raised physically at this time. Is there anybody online or?
There is
On the
not
phone.
at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, at this time, I will close the call to the public. There will be another opportunity at the end of the meeting to make a comment if somebody so wishes, so. Okay, first up on the agenda item is consider approving the payment of milestone 6 in the amount of $439,746.80 for the tower radio project. We have the Sheriff Maine on there, and this is just another payment we're going through with the project.
Affirmative. So we did a milestone 4 at the last Board of Commission meeting. There was a milestone 5 that was a non-billable. This is milestone 6. We paid out about 2.1, I believe it is, million in this process from the monies that were granted from the state for our tower. The tower is erect. The Nicoya dishes are on it. They are pretty much wired. And we're working on some DTE stuff with the new generator that's in place, and the vendors are in the shelter putting all the widgets and gadgets together. We did have in our meeting last week with Motorola and MPSCS probably September to turn the switch on to make it work, but it could be a little earlier, maybe mid-August. The law enforcement agencies are preparing to do their a test, a pretty exclusive test of the system to make sure we're good to go before we move on to phases 2 and 3. But this is just another milestone that was expected and part of the project.
I don't have any questions. We've seen this a couple times now, but
We've seen it. Yep, it's a great project. It'll be interesting. I'll have to swing by there and see the tower now that it's up.
It does look a little weird. We did 9 and 10 did a nice article on tour, come up and did a thing with them with us last week. I think the Morning Sun had written something as well. So it is a really good project. It really does increase public safety capabilities and keeping people safe in our community. That's for sure.
it'll be interesting once you start testing to see where you'll have to do the bi-directional antennas. So
Yes.
I'm
According to
curious.
the heat maps and everybody, they're telling us there'll be no need, but proof is in the pudding. And until we push that button and talk to somebody on the other end, we'll see.
Best part about it, I think, is that it is at no cost to the county.
Correct. Nothing out of the county budget or general fund or anything like that.
Such widespread positivity, right, across all agencies.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
got any more questions?
I don't. I'll make a motion that we consider approving the payment of milestone 6 in the amount of $439,746.80 for the radio tower project.
I will support that. Is there any more discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. The motion has passed and we'll move that forward to the work session. So next up, we have consider approving the inmate communication general service agreement dated June 18th, 2024 between Combined Public Communications in Isabella County on behalf of the Isabella County Sheriff's Office and authorized board chairperson to sign the same. And we still have the sheriff on here.
So
Sheriff.
just a little, just a little history with this. We've had our current vendor for quite a while. We've had, you know, not a lot of issues with them. We have seen some what we consider not competitive revenue that other agencies have seen from other vendors. Over the last few years, there seems to be a discrepancy of that going on a little bit. One of the determining factors was some of the hardware and that they utilize, again, is kind of falling behind the standard or the best practices that we've seen from other vendors. And on top of that, there was some discussion about the cost of installing into our new facility, which originally we had been kind of told that they would cover that, and then that wasn't the case. So that kind of led us to go out to seek out some new vendors and do some research. The vendor that we selected here or have in front of you is in different counties within Michigan. It does everything our current vendor does and a little more, actually. We're able to upload things to our tablet program through this new vendor, or will be able to. Where that comes in valuable for us is, you know, our partnership with the Mount Pleasant schools. The schools could literally upload tests and or reading materials or whatever to these tablets and send the inmates back to their cells to continue their studies and so forth. So we're kind of excited about that, along with a few other things that we'll be able to upload on our end to that. Again, it has all of the analytics. It has all of the same things our current vendor has. It has the ability for other agencies to utilize and log in and get information as needed. The one thing that it does is it keeps us the same revenue and or a little higher with the ADP, or the average daily population that we've had. The numbers appear to look like we could generate another $50,000 in revenue from this new service. One of the more important things is they have agreed, that's why it's kind of important to get this one done, to get into the scope of work, to come into the new facility, pull the wire, install everything, and put it together for us at no cost. So that is huge. They're also going to put in two of the rooms inside the pod housing unit, which are their version of the Polycom, which will work like the Polycom for the courts, telehealth, medical health, public defender's office, defense attorney, so forth. So that'll save us from having to buy two more Polycoms for those rooms. So at this point, everything seems to be a win-win for us, and we're excited to move into the future building with this new company.
Now, refresh my memory a little bit. Is most of that income from the video and tablet? Did they restrict the amount you charge on phone charges?
Yeah, the FCC has over the years done some restrictions and so forth there. So a lot of the revenue does come from the video visitations. It comes from, you know, we have now texting and we offer, you know, a variety of movies on these tablets and music. You know, a lot of the newer generation inmates aren't necessarily interested in playing checkers and chess. They're, you know, more in this digital world. So we control that content that goes up to those. It is all still screened, and we, you know, we assure that text messages and different things that are going out aren't going to victims or trying to intimidate, you know, witnesses and things like that. We monitor all of that. So, and that is up to them. You know, they don't have to have that. And this company, each inmate will get a tablet with a set amount of free things, and then they can add to that. So you may have read or seen recently one of our partner sheriff's offices a little south of us has a lawsuit that is coming to fruition or finalization in regards to the only option to communicate with the inmates is through this process. You know, they don't have non-contact windows and so forth, where our facility currently and the new one has those opportunities. So, you know, if you can't afford or don't understand how to use that, you can come in and do a face-to-face through a window visitation, or we'll have video visitations, 4 spots in our new facility where family can come in directly to the building and for free talk to an inmate through a video visitation there. So hopefully we have that piece covered as well.
Sounds great. Good time to make the switch too, as we're moving into a new facility. The other day, Sheriff, you mentioned a number of inmates obtained their GED through Mount Pleasant Public School program that they did. How many inmates was that? I don't remember.
So I just got an updated one. And I was trying to confirm that it was from the first of the year, but we had, I remember 10 that have graduated. So that's pretty remarkable, really.
Yeah.
Since the stays in the jails are less than a year and most of them are less than, a few months. So unfortunately, some of them, continue to the recidivism rate to come back, but when they have graduated 10, and I do have some other numbers I'm trying to put together for other reasons, but we have a lot of participants in that program, and to see 10 of them come out with a diploma is pretty cool.
That is cool. It's nice. Yep. I'm all set. I'm as well. I'll make a motion then that we consider approving the inmate communications general service agreement dated June 18th, 2024 between Combined Public Communications and Isabella County on behalf of the Isabella County Sheriff's Office, and authorize the board chairperson to sign the same.
And I will support that. Any more discussion? Seeing none, we'll vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. The motion has passed unanimously, and we will move that forward to the work session. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, the final agenda item is consider approving the Victims' Rights Prosecutor Grant application for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of $149,855. Where's your all yours?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, this is just an annual thing. We come before you to get the just approval on the grant application for the victim rights. The grant covers salary, wages, benefits, and expenses for our 2 victim advocates that we currently have, 2 full-time advocates. The amount this year is $149,855, and it includes $2,400 for computer equipment. Every 3 years, they give us $2,400 to help upgrade keep up with our computer and technology needs. So there's nothing new and exciting about it, but it does keep 2 of our people working, and it helps to take care of some of our mandated duties through the prosecutor's office. So
Great program.
It is. This might be, even the prosecutor might not be able to answer this, but
There you go.
when did the 2, I know for a long time there was just one. You picked up another one. How long has that
Right
been?
after David came.
Right after David came.
Was it right after?
19, I think, yeah, 19.
Okay.
We had an increase, a fairly large increase in the amount of our grant, and so we opted to use that we had a part-time and to make that full-time. So it's been at least 5 years now.
Yeah, at least.
Now, has the state increased that grant amount? Or is it like everybody else, or more people's been dipping into that pot, so.
We had a small increase last year, I think was like maybe $4,000 is so other than that, it stays pretty much the same as our employees stick around. It eats more up for their salary, less for supplies and things, but so far it does a pretty good job of taking care of all of our needs with that.
Good.
This program was supported for quite a long time, so.
Yep.
I have no more questions.
I don't either. Do you want to add anything, Mr. Prosecutor? Okay, I'll make a motion then that we consider approving the Victim Rights Prosecutor Grant application for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of $149,855.
And I will support that. Is there any more discussion? Seeing none, we'll vote. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. The motion has passed. We'll move that forward. Thank you, Dorothy. Okay. Move right into announcements. Any announcements?
No, it looked like your waste pickup was successful
It was.
Saturday.
It was very crowded. There was a big line again, so you keep thinking that maybe you'll be catching up, but it doesn't seem to be. So see some of the big old TVs that weigh a ton.
There's still some of those around.
Some of them around, there's some people sitting in the garage someplace or something,
Yeah.
but surprisingly, so yeah, so it was surprisingly, we
There's
filled
no
everything up.
repurposing those.
No, there
there's
is
nothing,
No, unless you're gonna make a big fish tank out of
Right.
it.
Now the flat screens, they're starting to recycle some of the parts, some of them are going good.
Mhm.
The big ones are pretty well, just, yeah, they can't do anything with them, so. Okay, call to the public. Is there anybody in the room that would like to comment? I see no one physically raising their hand. Is there anyone online or on the phone?
There is not at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I will close the call to the public and I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.